Hey, this is the Fight Nerd. This is the Fight Fuel segment now from thefightnerd.com. Today we're going to show you how to make an omelet, which is a great way to start a breakfast, even though right now it's actually 12:30, but that's when the Fight Nerd gets up. So we're going to show you how to make a fancier style of an omelet with a nice little flip. And that's going to have chicken sausage and some peppers in it. So let's get started.
Heat a small non-stick pan over a medium flame. Then add some extra virgin olive oil on it, enough to coat the bottom. Then add some spicy pepper flakes to add a kick to the oil, which will make this a spicier omelet.
Alright, we're going to use some organic sausage. This has no antibiotics, no stimulants. This is the stuff that you want to use in your eating. That's why we're making an omelet today, not going out somewhere else and buying it because you know what we're putting in it. So what we're going to use this is, we're going to take it out of here. And there's a few ways to do this. We're going to take the sausage and give it a slice down the middle. Because we're not going to use this casing. We're just going to empty out the little balls.
I said balls. So, squeeze out the sausage onto the pan in small balls. Don't worry if they're too big, you can chop them as they cook. Then let them simmer and cook as much as possible.
Alright, next we're going to put in is this organic bell pepper. Now there's a little sticker on it. Make sure you take the sticker off before you cut anything. Otherwise you're going to be eating sticker.
And who wants to eat sticker anyway? So, cut the top off and scoop out the innards. Throw those out, but not the top, since you can still eat that bit. We're going to use about half of pepper here, and start slicing it into thin slices. Then once that's done, start dicing it. Red bell peppers are an excellent source of vitamin A and C, and in fact have more vitamin C than oranges. Oh, and don't forget to check on your meat. Once it starts to brown on one side, give it a cow Parisian flip to brown on the other. After the flip, add the diced red peppers with the sausage and let them cook together. Add some fresh cracked pepper and some salt to flavor, then move them around a little to make sure everything is well seasoned.
Alright, so next we're going to add the eggs into this. We're going to use one real egg, and then we're going to use some artificial egg whites. Mainly because real egg has got that yolk in it, and the yolk is where all the fat is. The yolk's got a lot of protein, but with that comes a ton of fat. The egg whites have a negligible amount of fat and are much healthier to eat.
Negligible is a hard word to say on camera. Okay, so crack that one real egg in a bowl first, then add the egg white goop. Trust me, it tastes better than it looks. Add some pepper into the mix. I like a lot of pepper in my eggs, but you don't have to if you don't like it. Next, I add some parsley flakes to add some freshness and color to this. Give it a nice stir with a fork or whisk if you're pimping like that, and get everything combined. Make sure to get all that stuff that collects on the sides of the bowl, otherwise it's just a waste of time. It's fun to watch me stir, isn't it? Before we add the eggs, make sure the sausage is the right size you want it to be by chopping it up one last time, then dump in the eggs. And now we just wait for the edges to get nice and brown.
So we're getting ready to actually flip the omelet in a little bit. As you can see now, it's starting a little white on the edges. That's about 2 minutes into it, depending on the heat, 1 to 2 minutes. You can start loosening it a little bit, but you don't want to loosen it too much on the sides, because then what's up to the egg liquid is going to go on the sides. It's going to boil over again. We don't want that. We want to get a nice little white crust going on the side. And once that's ready to go, we'll start flipping it over.
And we are loosening. It's a messy one. One swift move and blammo, flipped. If you mess up, like I just did, an egg goop starts falling out from the sides, hold it back with a spatula and it will seal up in a few seconds. Now we let it sit and brown and cook everything internally. Eventually it will cook through and it will be loose enough that we can flip it over one final time to finish the cooking process and brown the bottom. Now that looks good.
Alright, so the omelet's been flipped on both sides. It's just about done on both sides. So we're going to take it out of the pan. Make sure you turn off the heat or else your kitchen and house will go on fire. We're going to plate this sucker. Put it right down there. And garnish the plate, just because we like to be fancy and pretty in the Fight Nerd test kitchen. With a little parsley on the sides, a little fresh parsley that's going to reinvigorate the fresh flavor in there. Add a little bit more pepper, just because I like the pepper. If you like ketchup or tomato sauce, now's the time to add it on here. You can add it on the sides and the bottom here. Some people like to add it right on the bottom of the omelet as a nice little way to hold the thing down there. And now is the best part where I get to eat it, because you don't until you make it. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to take one of the nice little side bits there. Look at the inside of that too. That's one of the chicken sausages with the pepper. Look at how fluffy that is. You got a nice color on the top, hard kind of crust, fluffy inside. Let's give it a try, why don't we? It works for me.
Fight Fuel was presented by Hoodlum Fight Gear. Made for fighters, by fighters. Huddle 'em. Check out hoodlumfightgear.com for more information.